If you love zoanthids, you are going to love this video. Today we're gonna get an update on those $900 zoanthids. Wait a second, are they worth $3,000 now? What is up, coral people? My name is Remy, and this is the Bahama Llama Coral YouTube channel. If at any point you like this video and you're like, you know what, I wanna support this channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I upload new content. Now there's a very small faction of you that are grumbling right now. You clicked on this video and in the back of your mind, a couple things are happening. Named corals, nah. That's stupid. It is just a marketing ploy. Zoa prices are outrageous. And before you get all worked up, I do want to say, I agree with you. Let's unpack this. So in 2018, I entered a raffle on Facebook. I actually had quite a problem with entering raffles. It was an addiction. I called 1-800-STOP participating in raffles, but not before I won these. And I'm not really sure why I entered this raffle in the first place because it was by far the most expensive, and I also had the least chance of winning because there were so many people. I think there was 40 to 45 people in this raffle, and the odds were not in my favor. Spoiler alert, I won. I did an unboxing video of the Little Shop of Horrors zoanthids that I won, and it became my most clicked coral video of all time. And come to think of it, it was actually the very first coral video that I posted on this channel. And I was so nervous about posting it because I know how people get when you talk about named corals and especially named zoanthids, because it can get a little ridiculous. So in this video, I wanted to take some time to update you on the frag that I won. I feel like you always see unboxing videos, but you never really see a follow-up to how those corals are actually doing now. So we're gonna get into that. So when I received this frag, it was 2 polyps and a baby, and I was thrilled. Rudy from Golden Basket, he's the gentleman that I won the raffle off of, DM'd me the next morning and said, hey, you realize you just won like $900 in zoanthids? Hence the title of the original video. And we'll get into the actual value a little bit later. So this frag grew really well the first couple months that I had it. I actually fragged a couple of polyps off of this because it was doing so well, and a couple of the polyps had kind of migrated away from the central colony. Let me just say that was a scary experience, but it happened. So I posted up the frag locally, and I was like, well, if I can sell this to somebody, maybe I can get a couple $100 and I can, you know, pay for salt or whatever I need in the hobby. I ended up shipping the coral to Kansas City. It was the first time I'd ever shipped coral, but I mean, it's not rocket science, right? It's a specimen cup, you put some foam in there. I already had materials from all the other frags that I had purchased online, so it was pretty easy. Stressful because you don't know if your $200 frag is going to make it there or not because it's the first time and that's all you can think about, but it made it and it's doing well. I sold a 2 polyp frag for $200. Wait, Remy, you just said a 2 polyp frag with a baby was worth $900, which would mean that each polyp was worth around $350. So in my mind, there are 3 categories of pricing when it comes to coral. Number 1, the embellished retail price. This is what you're gonna see at most online retailers. Number 2, the suggested retail price, which is more so what you're gonna find at your local fish store. And then there's number 3, which is like the actual price of the coral. I'd say for the supply and demand of this frag in particular, it's about $100 to $125 per polyp. And I can get that because that's what I sold it for. So obviously someone is willing to pay that price, so that's what it's worth. Now, I don't have the overhead that Worldwide Corals has, that the local fish store has, so I can sell it at a little bit lower of a price. And I'm not dumping this money into profit, it's literally just going right back into these tanks behind me in the form of salt or in the form of 2-part or in the form of food. I, like we've talked about in previous videos, just want to be able to sustain the hobby. And it's nice when you get a couple frags you can sell for a little bit more money, and that can help out with the hobby. But after I fragged it, it wasn't doing so hot. Now, mind you, my tank was also going through some stuff. Of course, I had algae, and then I was stripping the water with carbon dosing, and I had alk swings, and it was just a mess. I was just trying to get everything under control. But much like life on Instagram, nobody saw that part. All you saw were the beautiful pictures of Little Shop of Horrors flourishing in my tank, when really there was a lot of time and they were just closed up and I was worried they were gonna melt. And the funny thing is they weren't melting, they just weren't opening. They might partially open, but they were never fully open and colorful. So in the meantime, I'm setting up this lagoon tank, which you can see behind me. And after I got all of that going and it was cycled and ready for coral, you know, I said, I'm just gonna put this frag in the Zoa garden and see what happens. And if you haven't checked out my high-end Zoa garden video, that's linked above as well, so you can check that out. And hello, they responded unbelievably well. They are so colorful, they're growing polyps. It's a good feeling. This is that feeling that I think that a lot of reefers get when you actually get like success and you've done something to help this coral grow and flourish, and it just feels good. And everything in the lagoon is doing so well. And I think this is my 5th tank setup, I'm trying to learn from past experiences and making this the best one yet. So this tank has been up for 6 to 8 months. I think it was May, June I set it up, and you can check out that video above as well. Aside from the beauty that this mini colony has, how much is it worth? That's a good question. And as of the recording of this video, you're not gonna see a whole lot of Little Shop of Horrors Zoanthids out in your retail locations. You might have 1 or 2 friends online or in your local reef club that have these, but still, they're not as readily available as the Nirvanas or the Pandoras or even any kind of the Hornets or any of those more common Zoanthids. But I don't know if you remember the Utter Chaos Zoanthid. That was $50, $60, $70, $80 a polyp at one time, and I think it may have even been over $100 per polyp. If you've been in this hobby for a long time and you remember what the Utter Chaos used to go for, go ahead and comment down below. But now you can get Utter Chaos for $15 to $20 a polyp, and that still might be a little high. And that is the exact same thing that could happen with these Little Shop of Horrors. Who knows, by 2021, this polyp in particular could be just like $15 a head. It's a couple different things that dictate the price. That would be supply and demand, and that Zoanthid hype train. Choo-choo. So if we're going on the low end, $100 per polyp, this would be about $800 for the frag. But of course, if you're buying more, then you'd probably be less. So I'm probably thinking in the $500 to $600 range for this mini colony. Now, if you are online and you're looking around and you see per polyp and it's like $375, $400 per polyp, then we're looking at like above $3,000. It's also kind of a fantasy that would never actually happen. I don't think anybody's buying that for $3,000. What's it actually worth? What would I sell it for? The world may never know because it's not for sale. Okay, bye. It's definitely for sale for the low price of 3 easy payments of $999. And if you call right now, free shipping. Just set it and forget it. In all honesty, I have really enjoyed owning this coral. Would I have purchased this with my own money at retail price? Probably not. I probably would not have done that, but because I was crazy addicted to Rappels and I finally hit one, that's the only reason that I have this frag in my tank. It's gorgeous and resilient, which I think is fantastic. Because a lot of these high-end Zoanthids, if you look at them the wrong way, they melt. Don't give up on a piece of coral if it's ailing or if it looks sick, because guess what? It doesn't want to die either. So you're on the same page. Don't give up on coral, especially when it's worth $25,000. Okay, bye. It's not worth $25,000. We already discussed that. Hey, if you enjoyed this interesting and fun-filled, upbeat video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever I post new content. In the comment section below, I want you to tell me what is your most expensive Zoanthid. You got the Grandmaster Crack, you got those Stratospheres. Go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. And get ready, because in the next video, we will be doing an unboxing from Ocean State Aquatics, better known as OSA, better known by the house that Scott Crow built. And if you haven't checked out their online shop in a bit, you should go check that out, osachoice.com. They just opened the new farm across the street from the retail location, so they've really beefed up their coral selection, and that's just going to keep on going. It's gonna keep on rolling. Again, that's osachoice.com. All right, our shameless plug's over. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, yeah, okay, I see. I can handle this kind of promotion. These are my videos, so you should go check those out. And consider subscribing if you haven't. That's the easiest way to support the channel. My wife is waiting on me to go watch Manifest, so see ya.